love me. I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're here today. We're about to have a little conversation, just me and you, about some very important things regarding society, the Black community. We're just gonna have a sit down chat about some serious shit. So I'm on my way to go to a park just for, the scenery and just to get out, have some fresh air, and because it feels good outside today. So yeah, we want some fresh air today. I'm about to go to the park and I'll chat with you guys when I am there and settled down. It's so hot, don't mind how I look, but yeah, so let's go to the park. Hi guys, so we are back and we are outside at the park. So it's way windier than I expected. So good thing I bought me a little jacket just to keep myself together. But we are here and I just want to talk about some topics that seem to be going over people's heads or seem to be too taboo to talk about, or it could just be like an unpopular opinion. So yeah, well, let's get right into it, guys. So the first topic I would like to talk about is the image of Black women in general. I just want to talk about the image that the world and society and Black women and our community has put onto us, in the way that we conform to those stereotypes and we conform to those habits that people say that we have, because people will say things to downplay your character, to downplay your intelligence, to disregard all the work that you've put in to be who you are today, to show up who you are today. And a lot of people would disregard that, and a lot of Black women start to become unmotivated because they start to feel like, it doesn't matter how hard I work, I'm always going to receive how much my actual value is. Like, I'm only going to receive the value that society has put me at. So I just feel like it's important for Black women to have a level of self-love, respect, and preservation for themselves. So when there are people in your space trying to make you feel as if you're not good enough, you're not worth anything, you will have yourself to back up and be like, yeah, no, I definitely am the shit. I know exactly who I am. Nobody gets to tell me, nobody gets to dictate who I am, because you feel like you know something, you feel like you know what you're talking about. And a lot of people feel like they know what they're talking about, and a lot of people feel like because of the experiences that they've been through, that gives them the right to put stereotypes and to disrespect a certain community of people simply because of what they think. And I don't believe in stuff like that. I mean, especially for Black women, y'all are smart as fuck. Like, we are the smartest demographic, and I'm going to say that with confidence because I know that it's true. Now, we have statistics to prove that. We do. But we also have statistics backing up the fact that the system that we have in place is a system to keep us confined, keep us comfortable. So yeah, I just feel like people need to start, I just feel like Black women need to start putting themselves first. We are conditioned to nurture and to as women, let's just start with as women, we are conditioned to nurture and to fulfill everyone's needs around us before we take care of ourselves. And I feel like with Black women, and for women in general, but I'm speaking to Black women right now, put yourself first. It's time to look at the bigger picture and realize that you deserve way more than what you've been receiving. It just takes that simple knowing, it takes that simple thought, it takes that simple place of energy of I'm better than this, and I know I'm better than this, and I'm going to start living better than this. It's those simple actions there. So I just feel like as time goes on, you know, we continue to evolve as a species. I would hope that Black women would start putting in that work within yourself to make those changes happen, like doing better habits, having a routine, having that self-love for yourself to the point where if you don't feel good internally, you know that it's time to make that change or to reevaluate the friends or the family that you keep around you. It's about that time. And there is nothing wrong with saying that I deserve better. Like, you know yourself more than anybody knows themselves. So it's like, do what makes sense to you. Do what you feel like is best for you. Put yourself first. It's most important. So these little girls are so cute. They keep walking by and saying hi to me. They're the cutest things in the world, I swear. They're walking their little dog. But anyways, yeah, like, be intentional with your life. Be intentional with the things that you do. Like, you know, we're conditioned to work 9s to 5s and go home and, you know, spend the rest of our time, you know, with ourselves or with our family or however you spend your time. But understand that the things that they went through, and understand that the things that they go through and the things that people have put them through and the things that they continue to put themselves through is a reflection of themselves, is a reflection, like the reality that you currently live is a reflection of how you perceive the world. It has nothing to do with anybody else and what anybody else did. Now, yes, there are conditions set in place for society to run and operate how it does, but you do have the ability as an individual to change that. You do have the ability to change how you show up in the world and how the world perceives you and how the world gives things to you. So it's all about your energy, guys. It's all about the type of person you want to become. As we know, like Black women, you know that you are the blueprint. Black women, you do understand that you are the culture. Yes, we know we are top tier, but we need to realize that not every Black woman wants to wear wigs. Not every Black woman wants to do the whole baddie aesthetic, like eyelashes, nails, and all of that. That's not every Black woman. And if that Black woman decides that she no longer, or that she's just not, that's not her aesthetic, then people should treat her the same exact way, with respect, with love, care, compassion. People should treat the woman who just decide they did not want to live the baddie aesthetic. She should be treated the same way these baddies get treated. There should be no reason why women out here who wear their natural hair, who is just naturally gorgeous, have to feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or my value depends on the way I appear, or my value depends on the way that I think, or anything like that. Like, no, like, your value depends on how you carry yourself and how you show up for yourself. That's what your value depends on. It doesn't have anything to do with any external factors. And that's what people don't understand. Like, you think you having this job is bringing value to you? No, like, that has nothing to do with anybody. People get external identities and your actual identity mixed up. Like, you guys are letting external factors dictate who they are, dictate what they're going to do with their lives, dictate their behavior. And it's ridiculous. I mean, like, I'm sick of hearing about this angry Black woman stereotype. Think about the position Black women has had to be in society. We were the last to get, you know, our rights for real. We were the last to, you know, fully be seen as human in this country. And it's stupid because looking at it now, you see how society has conditioned people to perceive you. And so what you need to do as the individual that you are, throw that narrative outside the window and be like, who the fuck are you to decide who is who? You're no one. Nobody's anybody, period. Nobody is anybody. You are who you make yourself. And just because you have a crowd behind you, just because you have money, just because you have power, just because you have the connections, just because you have this big ass ego and you get to get whatever you want because you're gonna make sure you get whatever you want, that doesn't make you better than the next bitch. You're not better than anybody, because better is so subjective. Like, what is better? Better, like, because your normal can be whatever you want it to be. Your normal can be whatever routine you make it. But if we're talking about somebody being better than somebody, like, I mean, we're still all here working 9 to 5s, having to figure it out. And those people who aren't working 9 to 5s and not having to figure it out, you have a different routine. You have a routine that's more fitting for you, and you have a routine that allows you to be more flexible and accommodating to who you are as a person, which is good, which is what people need to do. But it's so windy, and I have like this lake behind me, this pond behind me, and the water keeps like because it's super windy outside, so the water keeps coming over here and giving me a little splash. I'm just like, if I wanted to go swimming today, I would have. But anyways, this narrative about Black women being angry, this narrative about Black women being unprofessional, being hostile, being difficult to work with, being just all these things, yes, that's true. These are facts, but these are facts given the circumstances that we've been put through. These are facts given that we have been put on the back burner since we've last known. Like, we only know of being on the back burner. We only know of getting the breadcrumbs. So yeah, at this point, Black women have lost patience, they lost trust, they've lost direction. Black women have lost value and acceptance within themselves. Black women has lost their identity. Black women has lost everything, because people continue to take what they think is the case and twist the narratives and make it fit and make it their own and make it sound crazy. And I'm sick of it. We're not doing that. So I encourage you to really figure out who you are. Inner work, shadow work, meditation, all those things are very helping to heal yourself when you are working to find out more about yourself, because a lot of people don't know who they are. So if you want to find out more, you could do those things. Journal, write down things that you do. Write down your habits, write down your schedule, write down the things that you need, write down your emotional needs, write down your physical needs, write down what's keeping you mentally blocked from going on that creative venture that you've been trying to go on, but you just can't figure out how to get yourself to do it, or how to motivate yourself to make this work, or how to find the time to manage or to schedule this new business venture. You have to do the work, find time for yourself, and do what you have to do to create a better life for yourself. I'm sick of seeing people be miserable in the world. I am, especially Black women, because when you're a Black miserable woman, you're very dominant and you're very stubborn. You have a super high ego. Your pride is super high. So if anybody says anything to you that does not fit with what you think or your thoughts or whatever, it's not going to be received well. So Black women deal with so much on a daily basis. So when you decide that I'm not going to take time for myself and I'm going to continue on this routine that doesn't fit for me because I was told it was right for me, you're going to continue to be miserable. You're going to continue to be angry. You're going to continue to be difficult. You're going to continue to be that stereotypical Black woman because you have not yet healed what needed to be healed. So you're still operating on a frequency that's low vibrational and that will only give you low vibrational outcomes. You're not going to be seeing anything very crazy. You're not going to be experiencing new experiences because the energy that you are currently in is fitting for where you're at. So if you want new and you want more, you have to put in that work. You have to start taking action. You have to start seeing yourself in a different light, honestly. You do. You gotta love yourself, and you gotta realize that if nobody loves you, you'll always have you, and that's what's most important. People forget that sometimes. Loving yourself is what brings you value because it shows how much you put into yourself on a regular basis. I've had my fair share of times where I was reckless, I was impulsive, I was angry, I was aggressive, I was hostile, I was difficult, I was all those things. I had my time. I'm 19. I said that with confidence. I'm not perfect. I'm not any of that. But I'm somebody who wants better for themselves. I am someone who is dedicated and takes risks. I am somebody who allows myself to step out the box no matter if I'm comfortable or not, because this experience that I am about to experience will either hurt or help me. And that's honestly, like, you know, that works for me. That's me figuring out who I am and what I like and what I don't like. So I've had my moments where I've been impulsive and reckless because that was easy. That was the easy route. And I didn't have to, you know, do all this extra, you know, figuring out who I am and healing inner work and shadow work and none of that. But then I realized, like, me doing this toxic bullshit is only, like, making me angrier, sadder, depressed. It's not really doing much for me besides taking away from me. And if I so-called want to love myself, then we can't take away. We have to be adding. We have to be filling our own cup. I can't be focusing on what Tom, John, and Dude has going on because I got to work on me. I can't focus on what Anna, Kara, and Tua has to do because I got to focus on me. You know, I can't, you know, be stretching. And yeah, you can stretch out your time for people that you love and have time for yourself. Yeah, that's possible. But when you are starting your healing journey, you're probably not going to be around anybody for a good minute because it's going to be hard and it's going to be brutal. It's going to be eye-opening. It's going to just be an experience that you're going to want to be isolated. You're not going to want to be all out. You're not going to want to be all out and in people's face with that energy because it's not really positive energy. It's something that allows you to step into a new era of your life. It's something that allows you to have, like, shift your energy in a way. People don't like shifting their energy because people don't like change. And at the end of the day, if you don't like change, then you don't want to succeed. You don't want to be anything. You know, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose in life. So it's like, find that purpose, find what fits you, find your passions, find your interests, find your weaknesses, find things that you don't like, and act accordingly. So the things that you do like, you'll be getting more of that. And the things that, you know, you see going for yourself in the future, you will be receiving that. So tell yourself, do what is best for you at the end of the day. So what I want to talk about next, I want to talk about the importance of having unity within the Black community. We have a lot of separation and division within the Black community. And this is a topic I've been wanting to touch on for a while now. I just haven't been able to put it into words. So I'm just kind of gonna go off the dome and say how I feel about certain things and talk about some possible solutions and things like that. So as far as the unity within the Black community, we don't really have that. I mean, we like to make it seem like we do, and I do think that is getting better as time continues. Well, it's rocky. It could be getting better, but there could be one thing that, you know, makes us go all the way back. So it's like, nah, that's not really stable and that's not really honest and truthful. So I feel like people within the Black community has been looked at as these angry birds, as these demons, as these criminals, as these gangbangers, and all of the sort. We do have those people in our community, and I am going to acknowledge that. At the end of the day, trying to separate yourself from groups of people that you don't feel accepted by is a coping mechanism. It's a way to it's a defense mechanism. It's a way to, you know, stay on the defense, to keep your head on a swivel, to, like, you know, keep your good arm together. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a way to not be vulnerable. And you know, the Black community struggles a lot with vulnerability and things of that sort. Yeah, we struggle a lot with those things. That being said, I don't feel like it is necessarily a bad thing to have a community within your community, but I don't think that it's necessary to separate. I don't think it's right to separate us and divide us into all these different categories, especially, like, as a community we should be working together to find more unity and to create more social groups that will help us, that will benefit us, that is for our people. We need that. We don't need the Shark Tank podcast. Those are the things we don't need. But that's just reinforcing toxicity and negativity onto our community, and that's not who we are. Like, that's not who everybody is. Now, if there's a group of people who want to continue on that route, cool, because I'm not here to say, oh, Black people, everybody, let's just be the same and conform and all hold hands and kiss. No. If you decide that you don't like what's working for you, this toxicity, this negativity, and working with negative and low vibrational energies, if that works out for you, cool, do what you got to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do and what not to do. I'm here to tell you how I feel about certain problems and what I think the solutions would be. You could do what you want to do. Learning to come together as one and speak out about certain situations we are not comfortable with. Y'all think that just because y'all haven't seen change yet, and we have seen change, but those who haven't seen change, you're not putting in the work. You're not doing what you need to do, and you don't want it enough, clearly, because if you wanted it, then we would be doing it, and it'd just be that. So it's important for Black people to realize that we have each other. Like, you feel like you don't have nobody, but we have each other, and start utilizing those communities that you're in. Start going out, get out your house, get out of that job that you're working at. Like, stop thinking at home and work and cooking and cleaning is just your life. Like, no, that's not your life. Start socializing with people who you want to learn from. Stop thinking that everything is a competition just because you feel like you are inadequate or you don't have the requirements to be into something, or you don't have the qualities to be accepted into a certain group or job or place or whatever. Do your research, talk to those people, like, expand your connections in that way. We don't need to expand connections on the drug dealers and the hairstylists and the nail techs. They're everywhere. They're quite literally everywhere. You could get your nails, hair, and all of that done wherever. We don't need connections like that. We need to make better connections. We need to make better decisions when it comes to bettering our future. And when I say bettering our future, I mean bettering the future for our generation to come. That's how serious it gets. Like, I'm not somebody who sits around and, feel bad for myself and, oh, wow, things isn't going right for me. This happened to me, blah, blah, blah. It's so sad. You know what I do? I just be like, why did that happen to me? And why did I react the way that I did to it? What could I do differently? What's different? Figure that out. And so I figured it out and I got it together. I got to work. I started doing that inner work. I started getting out. I started changing my energetic fields. If let's say someone walks past doing something that I wanted to do, and I had a thought in my head like, when is my time gonna come? I'm never gonna get to be as great as this person because she got it before I did. What makes me not good enough to receive what she received if I feel like we're on the same level? That's comparison. That's jealousy. We don't do that over here. That's stealing away from your happiness. That's taking away. So instead of doing that, what you do is in that moment when you have that thought, you actively listen to that thought. You consciously hear that thought. You're like, okay, I just thought that thought just came into my head, and change that thought to something like, oh nice, well, I'm glad that she seems to be doing good right now. That's where I'll be when I get there. Oh, cool. Walk up to her. Hey, so I have a couple questions. Some people don't feel comfortable with just going up and socializing with people, but if you do feel comfortable with going up and socializing with people, walk up to that person and be like, hey, I would like to know, could you give me some advice on this? Could you give me some tips on that? And some people will. Some people like to help people like that. Some people like to feel needed. So, don't have too much pride. Don't have too much ego to feel like, oh, I can't receive what this person has received, or I won't receive what I want to receive because that person received it faster than I did. I mean, if you're comparing your life to theirs, then yeah, you won't be receiving it. Because, I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, that doesn't make, like, logical sense, guys. Yeah, wait your turn. It's all about God's timing. God has a time for everything, and everything is not going to be on your time. You may feel like you are discouraged because you feel like things aren't happening the way that you want them to, or you feel like things aren't coming in as fast as you thought they would. It's not about what you think. It's not about the planning that you do. It's about what you do to get there. It's about the energy you put out into the world to receive your blessings. It's not about anything more or less. Yeah, take good care of your mental health. Take good care of your hygiene. Take good care of yourself so you will feel valued and appreciated. And when the times come for you to receive your blessings, you will feel like, okay, yeah, I 100% deserve this. This is 100% for me. There was no mishaps happening. This was not a mistake. This was meant for me, and I know it. And you'll feel more confident in receiving those blessings. You'll feel more confident in wearing those blessings. Okay, so do that work, guys. And God, He works closely alongside of us. So if you really get a connection with Him, them or whoever. If you really get a connection with your ancestors and spirit guides, they can tell you information that you don't know about yourself, and you can start to reflect on that, and it could get you started there. So meditation and stuff like that, like I said earlier, it's just very important in the journey of healing. And getting out in nature as well and connecting to your roots is also important and will benefit you in the long run when you are in your healing journey. Okay, so yeah, just learn how to preserve your energy, ladies. Learn how to, certain things don't always need a reaction. Certain things don't always need approval or denial. Certain things always don't need energy being put into it. Some things just need to be left how it is. Some things just need to be dismissed and ignored. Some things just don't matter that much, and y'all gotta stop letting everything take your energy, because then you get home and you're drained of it, and then you want to smoke, and then you're gonna drain your energy some more, and then what, you're gonna wake up the next day and do it all over again. No, that's not what we're doing. So, well, that's not what I'm doing, and that's not what the people who get it, that's not what they're doing either. So stop comparing yourself to people. Stop stealing your joy. Stop vibrating on a frequency that doesn't give you the results you hoped to have, that doesn't give you the outcomes that you look forward to. Stop vibrating in that frequency. Then change some shit. It's time to get up and change. It's time to take action. It's time to get off your ass and stop doing the same shit over and over. It's time to do that. So if you're not in the mindset, if you're not in the energy frequency to do that, then get there. And I just told you how y'all can get there. So do what you please with that information. You feel me? I'm not looking to tell anybody how to live their life. I'm not looking to tell people what's right and wrong and this and the third. I know what works. I know what worked for me, and I know what helped me get out of certain situations, and what helped me grow as a person, and what helped me start taking risks and be this person who I show up as today. I know what helped me as this 19-year-old. So I just want to share, what I can to help those who are still going through things similar to me, or, who went through things that I went through in the past and need advice or help from that. You can come here and I can give you that. I can give you clarity. I can give you understanding. I can give you confirmation on certain things and just talk to you motivation. I can give you motivation, support, understanding. And it's just all about if you take that or not. It has nothing to do about what's coming out of my mouth. Actually, it has everything to do with what you do to enforce those habits and to enforce this new routine upon yourself, to enforce this healing journey upon your psyche, upon your ego, upon who you show up as today. Everybody needs to go through a healing journey. Everyone. If you don't go through at least one healing journey in your life, I'm sure that you're operating on a level of hell. Everybody needs a healing journey in their life. Everybody needs to take care of themselves. Everybody needs self-love because it's so important. Because if you don't love yourself, then how are you supposed to expect people to love you? Some people don't know how to love you, and sometimes you show up differently than a lot of people. In order for you to teach someone how to love you, you have to know who you are first. Put in that work to change that frequency, change the energy that you exude, and the love that you so desperately want, or feel like it's so hard to find. It'll just be coming straight to you. It'll just attract itself right to you. Be smart in the way that you spend your time. Be smart in the way that you give out your energy. Be smart in the way that you show up in the world. Allow people to give and take from you. Make sure you have that connection with God, so whenever you are at your lowest, or whenever you do feel like, fuck, I'm not enough, fuck, I don't have any value, who am I? People are throwing these stereotypes on me, and I'm thinking this is what it is, and that's right. If you have that connection with God, God would tell you, baby, it's okay, take a break, understand yourself, sit with yourself and understand who you are. Okay, God's always gonna say it's okay, because every time I've came to him in a frenzy, very emotional, feeling a type of way, the first thing God does immediately is calm me down. Immediately. It's okay, let it out and let's calm down. Okay, let's get it together before we have this conversation, because I need you to be in a space where you are clear-minded and that you are ready to comprehend what I'm about to tell you, so you can take these steps and you can do it. So, and that is what happens. That's how the process goes. So make sure you have that connection with God, so the process won't be so lonely and isolating, because it can be. It really can be. I cut off literally all my friends. Like when I left high school, I had no friends, and I was okay. I mean, I had like 2 guy friends, a few friends here and there, but I ended up cutting them off as time went on. I'm not in that energy no more. That's not who I am anymore. Like, that's not the type of person or energy that I want around me anymore. So I had to sacrifice those things I had to be there for myself in order to exude this energy that I'm exuding now. Confidence, smart, lovely, positivity, happiness, love, compassion, all of that. When you are around me, they could just tell you, people love my energy, because I'm a really fun person. I can be serious when it gets down to it, but people really like me because I'm just a really nice person. I'm a positive person, and I'm the type of person where I want to install positivity into people who don't necessarily get it. I am that person. Like, if you're someone who just is negative all the time, who just doesn't see the good in everything, who's just so pessimistic about the world, I'm gonna be the one to tell you, you're the problem. I'm gonna be the one to tell you, it is probably just you. You know, I am gonna be honest. I'm definitely gonna be blunt. But at the end of the day, people know, you know, when you have a problem, you can always come to me. I'll give you some answers. I'll give you some advice. You know, if people, you know, need anything, I'm the first to give it. You know, money, food, clothes, whatever. You need it, I got it. There you go. But, and I was like that to a point where I was like people pleasing, and I was like doing shit that, you know, wasn't benefiting me. I was doing shit that, you know, was taking away from me. But then I had to realize too, like, you know, you can do that and not take away from yourself, right? Like, you know how you can do that and actually like not drain your energy. And so I had to figure out how to do that, and which I did. And you know, I stopped just giving people, I stopped putting myself in people's shoes so much. I stopped seeing people's perspectives as much. And it do come to a point where it's just like you have to see it how you see it, and you have to allow people to see it how they see it, and you have to continue on with your life after that. Okay, some people just won't get it. Some people just don't want to change. Some people can't. Some people aren't even in the energy or process or environment, or you know, they don't have that support system to change or that motivation. So you have to give it to yourself, guys. I've been around here just, you know, doing my video or whatever, y'all. I tell y'all, these people, I mean, I already knew people was gonna be looking anyway, but people just be staring. Like, I keep looking back every few minutes, because there's been like a few people walking past there. And every time I like look back just to like see what they're doing and stuff, they're staring at me. Because I'm knowing, because I carry that type of aura with me. You know, it's just the aura that people just, they gotta stop and stare. And it's cool because I'm very comfortable. I'm very confident within who I am. So you know, and what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. So I'm not really worried about what other people is doing. I'm not worried about what they're thinking or how they're viewing me. So just mind your business, live in your own world. It's your world, everybody's just living in it. And allow yourself to just be, y'all. I don't want this to go over anybody's head. I don't want anyone to feel like I am bashing the Black community. I don't want anyone to feel like I am talking down upon the Black community. I don't want anyone to feel like I think I am better than anyone. Understand, this video was simply dedicated to those who want to do better, those who want change in the world, those who see the problems in the world and they decide that, damn, like, but people getting mad about not feeling equipped enough to move forward within their lives, not feeling like they have the tools, the support, the motivation, the love, and the direction of where to go. And so that's who this video is for, you know. And I was also talking about topics that I just wanted to talk about. So I just feel like this video will reach whoever it's meant to reach. And I appreciate you guys for watching me. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Share this video with your family, friends, brother, sister, dog, and cat. Make sure they like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.
I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me.